I'm really excited for it. I'm going as far as New Zealand, South Africa, Italy, London, and Canada. That's all happening next year. Right now I'm on my busiest stretch of tour currently. I was in Santa Cruz 3 days ago, I was in Lodi 2 days ago, I was in Sacramento, Oakland, Antioch, and Stockton yesterday. Today I'm here, tomorrow I'm back in Stockton for a gun violence conference. Tuesday, Wednesday I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thursday, Friday I'm in Redding, California. Saturday, Sunday, Monday I'm in Boise. Tuesday I'm in Seattle, and I finally get 2 days off after that. Back in June, two phenomenal things happened. I quit my job to do poetry full time, so that way I could travel and teach kids how to use poetry. The real dope part about it is the second miracle, which was my wife let me quit my job so I could do poetry. Because this is a true partnership. My wife took such a sacrifice by not only the $1,000 I gave up a month and comfortability, but also the fact that she knew I was going to be on the road and she couldn't come. She teaches preschool, so she doesn't get the same luxury of being like, hey, I'm not coming to work today. And for me, I had to redefine what success and failure was on this tour for myself. Because Deficiencies of Tale from My Dark Side, which is the album I'm on tour for, is nothing like I've ever made. The album isn't political in nature. I don't talk about like racism or feminism or anything like that. If you enjoy pieces like that, that's on my first project. But this one is just my life on wax. And if the only thing I wanted was claps, applause, and snaps by the time I walked off stage, if I was just searching for y'all acceptance, I'd die by y'all rejection if I ended up having that be my objective. And instead, I was like, yo, on this tour, my only objective is every time I hit stage to leave everything I have up here to be the best person, the best representative of my faith that I can be, and to make sure that one person leaves here knowing that they're not alone. And so these next three pieces, I'm not going to take a break in between them. The first one is entitled Search and, the second one is entitled Misstep, and the third one is entitled Hourglass. Search and is a letter to my father. The first time he and I met was a year ago, 3 days before my wedding. The second one is called Misstep, which is a journey through my perfectionism. Majority of it brought about through my relationship with the Christian faith. The third one is an angry prayer. A lot of people think it's taboo to get angry with God. I think God should be big enough to handle it. So, I'm gonna drink some water, and then we're gonna get into this last set. If I feel like y'all can't hear me, I'll come back to the mic.
There is a search and rescue going on within the corridors of my mind, examining all aspects of who I am, from the way that I smile, to the shape of my nose, to my temperament and ambition that's insistent, combing through all aspects of who I am, all in hopes that I may find some resemblance of you. You, my father, the man who is half responsible for my existence. I am searching for you, in hopes that I may find a better version and understanding of who I am, because it's hard staring in a mirror and not knowing everything that you're looking at. You see, every time I stare into it, I see something there that I never saw before, and I know it's you, burrowed deep inside the very fiber of my being, like a latent mutation slowly making its way to the surface, as I'm attempting to completely cleanse chromosomes of your existence. And that's why I'm here, on this internal mission to seek and destroy all aspects of you, every semblance of you. Every thought I ever had of you goes straight to the flames. Incineration is the only compensation for all these years I've wasted. But any good soldier would tell you that to ensure victory, you must first know your enemy. Reconnaissance is a vital aspect in this art of war, but since you're not here, I have to alter my methods. Ask questions. Like, Mom, what was Dad like? I used this time to intently examine the way you maneuver through her mind, My next tactic is comparison to find the parallels on how you maneuver through mine. From this, I've learned your stride. It's so effortless. No wonder it was so easy for you to walk out of my life. I've also caught wind of your silver tongue, so I can see how you talk yourself into being gone. I also finally comprehend how you think. So I understand how I never ran across your mind, but I bet you still don't know how much you've been running through mine. Even right now, when I only wish that you never existed, I just can't get you out of my thoughts. It's like the very mention of your name is an inferno of questions fueled by rage, depression, and lack of acceptance. It'd be so much easier if I never knew you were here. Dang it! I'm back here again, just so caught up with you, so caught up in empty fantasies of you ever returning home, but as I've grown, I realize you can't ever return to a place you ain't been. So yo, Dad, why do I have to be the victim of your self-deceit? Yo, Dad, answer this question for me real quick. Just why do I have to be the victim of your self-deceit? Tyrone, answer my question. Why do I have to be the victim of your self-deceit? Don't look down and you won't lose your balance. Don't look down and you won't lose your balance. Don't look down and you won't lose your balance. Hey, yo, Brandon, listen up, bro. Don't look down and you won't lose your balance. Don't look down and you won't lose your balance. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. Don't look down and you won't lose your balance. I told you, don't. Growing up in church, I spent the majority of my young blossoming faith on a tightrope. To my left is everything that I can't do. To my right is everything that I can't say. Behind me is everything I can't think about. And I'm walking this thin line of obedience. Because, yo, God, maybe if I diminish these faults in mine, our relationship wouldn't be so shaky. But, yo, who am I kidding, y'all? We ain't never been on solid ground. I just wanted to give you my best. You see, at church on Sundays, they tell me that we ain't in a religion, but instead we in a relationship. And in a relationship, you do things for your partner, not out of obligation, but instead long-lasting infatuation. But if this is true, then y'all do me a favor and help me track this train of thought. I love God. At least I say so. Would do anything for God. At least half the time I think so. But if I'm being honest, my actions and words don't always align with that statement, so logically my mind begins to wonder, am I faking? Is my love in this relationship vacant? I'm just saying, I've been kneeling here praying for so long that my knees got rug burn, pondering this idea of how I truly love God. But if I walked into Sunday service and pulled the curtain from my closet, would they view this love as a facade? See, God, this life is getting hard, and I never expected it to get like this. I still remember the bliss of salvation's rush, me coming out of that water. Every step of mine was so smooth and so effortless. My heart so eager and so joyous, and then came a misstep. But y'all know what? We all got our flaws, so that's not an issue. Then came another misstep. But you know what? We all human, right? And then came another misstep. But you know what? God's grace is sufficient, misstep. 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 God, when your grace gonna kick in, misstep. God, my faith's starting to feel different. God, why do I keep on slipping, misstep? God, why do I keep on slipping, misstep? God, I think it's time for me to give in, misstep. Misstep, 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 misstep. God, I was just trying to give you perfection. I'm losing my balance, and I don't know how much longer I can hang in there. Ayo, God. Ayo, God. If you actually up there, then yo, we need to talk. Matter of fact, we don't need to have this dialogue. You just need to listen. How come your ear don't ever come around here? Huh? Tell me that. How come your presence ain't never gifted to me? How come your garland of grace don't ever grace this family tree? I'm pissed off. You told me that you would never leave me, nor forsake me, but I just buried my brother, and this isolation is filling me. So yo, God, where you at? It would be real